Alright, welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial I will introduce you to scripting. Basically I should show an example on how to use that. So let us first generate an airfoil data, and then we will export that in a group. So you will see the wing group over here with the points. So now let us go on the tools and then script console, and the doc widget will pop up, and then in this info box you have all the information you need to use the script if you wanna create script-based geometries right from the script, or you can enable the recorder and record your steps and then parameterize and replay. Like let me copy that out. So what this will do is points by group will check which group exists, and then it will extract the points in there. So in this case it is basically all the points we have here, and then it will create a B-spline out of this, and what you will have is in the end the curve for it. It looks edgy because of the resolution settings. You can use better resolutions and then you will see your profile in here. So the next step would be to create a domain for this. So I will just create a C-grid type of domain for this. Ten times the chord length to up and bottom section. So select this arc, and then angle -90. The length will be 20 times the chord length, and then E. Sorry, I forgot to turn on the recorder. So if I hit this record button, times the chord length, and hit E, and then radius will be like 10 times the chord length, and you see a new line will be created. So the width will be 20 times the chord length. Hit E, a new line is recorded, and then I can basically erase these helper lines. So if I then turn on the wing, you will basically see the wing section, the airfoil, and then the fluid domain. And from these I will stitch these together into a wire. You will see that automatically generated, and then I will select the outer wire and the inner wire, and then hit these surface to source, and then basically you will have your fluid domain. So if I remove all of these, I can even remove the wing profile points, and what I could do now is generate these points again, and then export, and then I can hit this button over here, run script, and it will generate the airfoil. You can save the script. So if you go to this fast save script, you will here get a message in the status bar. This is my project directory over here. It will be saved here because of fast save. You can save script as, and then a window will pop up. You can choose your path. You can even open the script by selecting this, and you can play with this button, you can reset this section with here. Be careful with this. You can detach this, attach back, or detach and make it sticky to stay on top. This info button will give you a reference file. This is huge, so you could basically copy all of this and then paste into an AI agent and then tell it to assist you with your geometry. The best way is to turn on the recorder, create your shape, and then you can even parameterize, right? Let me give you another example. Like if you create your CFD mesh with this, you can pick this one, pass to the mesher. In another tutorial I covered this topic already, and let me crank up these values. So min size like 50 and then max size like 2000 or something like that. Just a quick reference, okay? Let's select 100 like this, and you can basically create finer mesh around the airfoil. Just enable a airfoil selection, select the airfoil, and then hit this, and then target like, I don't know, like 20, core size 100, 1000. You can basically make it finer, you can make whatever you want. The thing is, what I want to show is now, let us erase the created mesh, clear generated mesh. So I will show you another thing, remove all, and let me basically create another airfoil. And then I will replay the script. And once I have the fluid domain, let me crank up the resolution. So I can go to the mesher. The settings will stay as they are right now. So I will import this right now. And then I will need to select the edge again, and I can automatically generate for this airfoil the mesh. So you can kind of automate or make it faster. That way you can use all of the airfoils. You can download or upload your own airfoil. You can read this where you can get this from websites or so, and then basically automate stuff. You can save your settings, your meshing settings. You can save, you can load again, and that's basically it. Let me remove these all and close this, and I will stop recording. I will clear everything, and let me show you another feature. Like, let's say we want to create an an armor body, and let me start the recording, and then I will basically, the width is, I don't have the numbers in mind, but it has to be kind of like this, and then the height is 280 or something like that. That doesn't matter right now. And keep an eye on the lines. So stitch these together, create a face, and then use the extruder. Sorry, you need to select the whole face. Use the extruder in both directions, like 400. And then let us create a fillet right here. So I go under fillet, pass the face, and all the attached edges will be forwarded. And then hereafter, now the armored body has different kind of slant angles over here. So this is very handy. I will use the split faces from edges. And then basically the first click will tell the tool which geometry you want to split. And if you go over here, like maybe 200 here, and I will go to an adjacent edge that share the same face with the first edge, and you will see I can either click on R for ratio or for length. And if you see, the reference is the vertex over here, so I will hit key F and it will flip the reference vertex. So let me select like something like 70 here, and it will create the face over there. Hit exit, and then I will hit this extrude. Okay, and then I will enable this add and remove from parent body. Let me get rid of the double sided extrusion, and then if I hit key E, you will see that I created this slant. So the next step would be remove all, and if I replay this, you get the geometry. You can replay this once, you can call this like, I don't know how much degrees that is, but let's call it 20 degrees or something like that. You can then move over here, and then you need to find the value over here. It was like 70, and if I go with something like 100, we play again, and you see another geometry will be created that has like is deeper in the slant and will be like 30 degrees or something like that. I hope you get the idea. So you can replay everything, and if you forget to record your stuff, let me erase everything, and let us create a box like it was, something like that. Hit apply, and then you will get the base body. And let me quickly create the fillet over here. Let's say you have a starting body of this, and you can also start recording from this point on, and then go to split edge, and then first select the body and then select the edge. Like here, once over, I will tell them like 200, and as you can see, it did reference from the other section, so I will cancel. I did not pay attention to that, so let us do that. It is from the other, so I need to flip, and then length 200, and then from here it is now correctly referencing from the top like this, 70, and then hit escape, remove, hit OK. So you can go now to this section and then replay from that on. Okay, you can repeat your steps, and it will basically create all your different types. And you can even parameterize, okay, like RS100, and then I will, where is the value? Like this, I will place the parameter R over here, hit apply, and then you might want to change it, hit apply. You can even put this whole thing into a for loop and generate your stuff. But I think it is better in the age of AI to ask AI to do the rest by copying the info and then recording your steps and taking care where you wanna change the geometry or parameterize stuff. And this is a very handy tool. So thanks for watching and see you in another tutorial.